Alright you guys, it's time to fix up this canopy. I need to get into town to get some more steel for the RV, and I'm not driving anymore on this bumpy driveway until this gets fixed. Every time I go up and down it, seems like something new breaks. So we gotta replace some rivets. I got a gasket to go between the canopy and the truck bed. I also went to my storage unit and picked up the gasket that's supposed to go here, so I'm gonna try and just glue that back on. Okay, the clamps are off. Went and picked up a set of rivets that have a set of aluminum. I even got some aluminum washers just in case I need some washers. Still works pretty good. Got a partial tube of ultra red and ultra black that need to get used up before they go bad. So I'm going to squirt some in here, help hold things together, maybe help with vibration. Looks like I could use a washer. Just smearing this stuff everywhere. Gotta hold things together a little better. Might as well. Stuff's, it's either use it or lose it. Get any silicone cleaned off the bottom real good, or else the gasket won't stick. Get as much off as I can anyway. I'm not going to be able to get it all. It's like up under, you know, I'm not going to be able to get this stuff, I don't think. It doesn't really matter. As long as the stuff sticks to the outside and inside good. Just want that cap to stay on. Getting the gasket straightened out and cleaned up, for the edge seal. Get the edge seal cleaned up here. These wire brushes aren't getting deep enough to get all this stuff out, so I got this. A couple of lag bolts welded together. I use it for pulling rocks out of my tires. Bigger and a smaller side to it, and that's working pretty good for scraping out the dirt. Alright, that got at least 24 hours. Actually, that's probably a couple days of curing time. I got busy with something else, so that's good and solid. Stuck on there pretty good. I also went around and scrubbed this real clean, top side and back side, and the front side a little bit. I'm going to glue on the edge cap or edge gasket. I forget what that's called. I don't have to. It's got metal in it and I can pinch it so it sticks on there real tight, but I want to make sure pressure washing isn't going to get in behind it and leak in here, so I'm just going to fill it up with some sealant. Somehow I ended up with 3 tubes of this stuff over the years, so I'm going to go ahead and use up the oldest one. Won't look as good as like ultra black or something. If this oozes out, it's going to be a real bright red looking caulking. I'll clean it up best I can, make it work. Alright, surfaces are prepped. Cleaned up with some alcohol, rubbing alcohol. Got the inside of this cleaned up as well. And I pinched it together so it's going to grab a little better. good. I like it. Oh yeah, that looks so much better. I don't know why it doesn't go all the way down. Looks like it was cut. Maybe because it started getting beat up, so I'll have to find another little piece. I could probably use some wire loom, some split loom. But hey, that's 10 times better than it was. This thing was not in very good shape. Had just enough RTV red left to seal up these edges. Cut a little piece of loom. I don't feel like opening up another RTV red, so I got some partial black. Alright, that looks pretty good. Just went ahead and washed the whole truck. Washed the cab with soap. Skipped the tailgate to the bed just because it's pretty roughed up, but it got pressure washed. We'll do a better washing later, but yeah, everything real clean. Could see through my windows finally. Holy moly, that is so nice. Could not see through that window one bit. Back side of the cab was dirty, and both sides of the window for the canopy were really dirty. I hopped on eBay and found me a cap seal, good for 200 pounds or less. Looks pretty heavy duty. I think that'll work good. Oh, it came with some alcohol prep pads. Already rubbed everything down in rubbing alcohol. But yeah, looks like a good deal. ESI super cap seal, made in USA. Oh, came with some putty. I wonder what the putty is for. Oh, showing you how to make a corner. I'm not sure if I'm going to bother doing that. I'm just going to run them straight down the sides, all the way to the edge, and then in between them I'll run one for the top. Oh, okay, so it's saying the putty is for this edge right here, from the bed rails. I'm not too worried about having this completely sealed up, but I think that's going to seal anyway. The stuff is so thick and squishy. I think it's going to seal around that just fine. And to put that seal on straight, I'm going to use this as a guide. It's got like a little bit of a channel right here for the rivets. So I'm going to use that inside edge of that channel to act as a guide to put that on straight. Alright, got a gasket on there. Should help seal things up and keep it from wiggling around. Help it with vibration. Alright, that is looking so much better than it did. And look at that, I can actually see out my back window now. Awesome. Just gonna go ahead and put the clamps back on. I was going to drill holes and add bolts and just get this mounted really good in here, but I think clamps will be just fine, especially now that the gasket's in here. It's gonna grip a lot better. Alright, all done. Thing's got a new seal. It's on there good and secure. Rivets are replaced so that front part isn't gonna wiggle its way inward. It's also got a gasket at the bottom of that as well. It's a pretty thick gasket. Later I might go get me a piece of flat bar to kind of reinforce all this. You can see it's kind of got this wavy thing going where things are clamped down. Yeah, I might get a piece of flat bar and then Probably going to add bolts at a later time, because then I can add more than just 3. I might do like 6 on each side, but I don't know. We'll see how things go with the transmission. Just wanted this good and secure, and get a seal in there, get that front part fixed and the windows cleaned. That is so awesome to see that, to be able to see through that window. Got some pretty gnarly scuff marks from somebody carrying stuff around. But yeah, that's looking good. Finally go find out if we got 4th gear or not. If not, that's okay. I just need to be able to go get some steel. But I do also want to see if 4th gear came back. It definitely has a temperamental transmission that gets weird problems and they go away. So I'm kind of got my fingers crossed on 4th gear coming back. Do not have my hopes up though, so we'll see. But yeah, that's looking a whole lot better. I like it. Might even just pick up another set of clamps, just so I could pinch down and in between in these spots where they're kind of could use a little more clampage. That's not going anywhere though. That makes me happy. It's on there good and tight. The front's fixed. Now I can go get some steel for this RV. Coming up next, stay tuned. It's coming along. It's coming along slowly, but I've also been dealing with rain again. It just doesn't want to go away this year. Lots of rain, but being able to run here locally into town and get steel is pretty important. So this had to get fixed. I almost thought about taking it off, but it's hard to, it's not hard to pick it up, but it's big and floppy and it needs 2 people to take it off, or some kind of a stand. And I got enough stuff laying around here. I've been doing a lot behind the scenes as well, cleaning up and getting organized. But yeah, I don't have room to be making special stands, so I had to just kind of get this fixed up. Yeah, in my opinion, that gasket is a little too thick without having some extra clamps or some bolts. I'll probably just do like a set of 4 to 6 bolts on each side with a piece of flat bar to reinforce that and help squeeze it all down evenly. But then again, the truck's got transmission issues. I'm just going to roll with this for right now. No way, the Canopy is also a 93. Date of manufacture 4/11/93. I think is what that says. I could definitely make out the 93. But that is interesting. Canopy's old as rusty here. No wonder all the rivets are falling out. Let's see if I can get that to where you can see it. Yeah, that looks like a 4/11/93. Old Canopy right there. Old truck. Good combo. I like the way this looks. Oh, look at that. Sitting up a little bit higher kind of helps it clear that dent. Not completely though. Yeah, I need to find something I can ram it into or just take it off. I'll mess with that later. For right now, I don't think that's too big a deal, just hanging out like that. Yeah, I think that's looking pretty good. I'll get a few more uses out of it before an overhaul or sell it. I'm still not sure yet. We'll see what the transmission does. Stay tuned, everybody. RV repairs, rebuild, coming up next.